Quick little video here, just something I've been thinking about, and I just wanted to get it out there, just to spark, something in someone else's mind. Maybe they have an answer, maybe they have opinions, maybe they have ideas, or whatever. I just want to get this out there. I was thinking, I know with all the talk coming down from Washington, you'll hear it here and there that by so date, at 2030 or 2035 or whatever date they have, 2025, I'm sure they would love that all the cars traveling, all the vehicles traveling on the roads need to be gas-free, need to be electric, if you will, battery operated, whatever that is. And because of that, they say it's going to help in this whole climate change thing that they're calling climate change now. It used to be global warming. Then there was the coming ice age, then XYZ, all this other stuff. It's always the same hurry, 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 worry, 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 listen and wait until we tell you what to do, and what you have to do to fix it. And then as you look back at it, nothing's ever fixed. The only thing that's changed is you don't have as much money in your bank account, as much money in your pockets, as much assets. You don't have as much freedom as you used to have. You don't have really anything close to what you used to have. And the problem that they said is there, they're still saying is there. Whether there's not a problem at all, which is usually the case, it's a made up problem, it's a lie, it's usually the case, or it's a problem and it's a problem they're not addressing, they're addressing another problem that they've made up and lied about to get people to do what they want to do. It's the same story. It happens all the time. And it seems like people don't get it, really. The only way to stop it is with disobeying, resistance, that kind of stuff. I did a little video on that, but this one I've just been thinking about what happens, because this is their major drive, this is their big push that they want this to happen. What happens if people aren't listening, people aren't purchasing the newer vehicles, the newer things, the newer half gas, half battery, half gas, half whatever, better gas mileage, whatever kind of stuff they want you to do, and then eventually they want you to be done with it. Because their goal is to, let's just put a date out there, by 2030 have 50%, 60%, 90% of the vehicles driving on the roads take no gas, no gasoline, no combustion engines at all. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just throwing it out there to bring this thought to light. So what happens if the gas stations start limiting what you can take for gas? So you and your family of 4, let's say. They say you're a family of 4, you live here. How far is it for your travels to work and back? How much do you commute? That kind of stuff. You have to fill out these forms, and then you're allotted, we'll say, 80 gallons for the month. So that 80 gallons for the month, you and your family have to be able to get by if you both commute back and forth to work, and then going out, running to the grocery store, running to whatever else you're running to, running the kids around at their sports games, running for family events, going out just for entertainment, just for leisure activities. You have 80 gallons that month. That's it. And that's a high amount. And people might say, well, we can do it. This is for a good cause, which I could see a lot of people doing that. But then 6 months down the road, you're down to 30 gallons a month. And then, another 2 months down the road, you're down to 15 gallons a month. And then next thing you know is that gas stations are starting to close here and there. And you lived in a town that had, we'll say, 8 gas stations. Now this town has 4 gas stations. And then a few months down the road, this town has 2 gas stations. And you're still limited to the limits that you were given. You were given permission to get. Just like you need permission for anything, it seems like nowadays, in what they call land of the free. It's land of the slave, is what it is in my opinion. But anyways, so if you have to travel for work, you have to travel for business, That's all deducted, we'll say one way or another, for how many, they're going to have carbon credits out there. That's going to be the next step. But initially, I have a feeling that they're going to start shutting down how much gas a family can get. And that's for your lawnmower, for mowing your lawn. That's for your weed whipper, for weed whipping. That's for anything else that runs on gas. Your ATV, your side-by-side. Really anything. It could be a chainsaw. All that gas that's needed all falls into whatever you're allotted for that month per family. And then I'm feeling then soon after you're going to start shutting down gas stations. So if you have family that lives out of state, let's say you live in North Dakota and you have a family that lives in Alabama, and once or twice a year you'd like to travel, either they travel or you travel to see one another, whether it's for a holiday or whatever it is. Now you're no longer can do that because gas stations are closed along the way. And what are open, don't have permission to get it because you don't live in that state, or you ran out of whatever you had permission to get. You've used too much for that month or that week or those 6 months or those 3 months, whatever time period they put on it. I'm not saying this is going to happen at all, but they're saying there's a problem, and they're saying that they want this end solution to happen. Because of that, how are they going to get there? I'm throwing this out there as this is definitely feasible. I definitely see them doing this or something, that is along these lines. So why am I saying this? I don't have any answers. I don't have any solutions. It was just on my mind, and I just want to get people thinking. I do know we as a family, we have, your 5-gallon jugs for gasoline that we use for the lawnmower and for those things that I talked about, chainsaw and everything. We make sure we keep them full, the best we can. If we have 3, if one runs out or it gets low because we filled up the lawnmowers or the chainsaw or the weed whip or whatever, we make sure we go out and keep them full at all times. No matter what the price of gasoline is at the time. Because there may come a time, and I feel it's inevitable, that you won't have that option to get gas for whatever reason. You're not allotted, or stations are closed, or they're putting a freeze on it, whatever. Not saying this is going to happen. I have this is a gut feeling, and I say it's definitely, something that I see happening, and I see it sooner than later. But anyways, I just want to get this out there, get people thinking. If you want to comment, make a comment. You've got a solution, have at her. Throw it my way, please, and I'll try to spread the word too. But if you like this, hit the like, subscribe, share. As always, stay vigilant, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your wealth, and protect your health.